Welcome, Pisces, to your beginning of the month reading for May. I hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, Pisces, let's see what's going on with you in the beginning of the month. This reading is for the 7th through the 15th. Ooh, card coming out is increase. So definitely having some kind of increase coming up. Let's see what we're increasing in. That's a good card. Moving right along, planning and action. So whatever you were planning and taking action in is now increasing. So that's very good. Whatever you thought was going to be a loss is no longer a loss. So if you felt like it was going to be a loss, it didn't. In fact, it did the opposite, right? Or if you felt like it was a loss at one time, it just all of a sudden, boom, became an increase. Take that how it resonates. Intuition and manifestation. Keeping your intuition and your manifestation going is what really increased this, right? Because you're saying, I didn't want the loss. I didn't want to have this happen. I wanted to keep this going, and I was patiently planning the action. I was trying hard. I was intuitively there because I seen it was on the borderline, right? It was borderline, almost gone. And I manifested to come back. Please stay. Please be good. Do something. You know what I'm saying? And it did. If anything, it came back stronger. Wow. Wow. So let's see exactly why. Ooh, 2 parts coming out. Yeah, there was some fear that it wasn't going to go as planned, fear that it was going to be a great loss. Taking the steps back towards that, increase. Victim mentality. Somebody had a victim mentality. Did you have a victim mentality thinking it was going to be a loss, or were you with someone who was making this, they were having a victim mentality? It kind of feels like maybe you were, because you were afraid. See how he's got the rope here, and you were afraid to let it go, and you have all this fear right here. You were kind of fearful and kind of playing victim that, it was my fault. I did this. I know it's kind of crazy that we want to say it that way, because usually victim means that, I did wrong, but I want to blame it on someone else. But I think the crazy thing here is, like, Pisces, that it was like kind of 2 in 1. They did something wrong, but you were also playing the blame game on yourself. So I think that with the victim mentality, it's like kind of like, I can sit over here and, blame everybody but myself for the situation, but I'm not going to, because I know I had a piece of this. If this puzzle, and the piece of the puzzle was me allowing the fear and the unknowing to creep up, right? So through teaching yourself and really getting intuitive over here, you've really felt like I have to take some ownership in this situation, because I know that, if this is going to end and I let go of this rope and it's really gone, I can't just blame them. It's going to be this 2 in 1 kind of piece and situation. So it's because I didn't hold on tight enough, or I didn't patiently plan the actions good enough, or I did something wrong, right? So you do know that you had a piece of, if it was going to be a loss, you had a piece of the puzzle. I do feel like at one time you probably were maybe just trying to blame them until you really dug deep within your intuition and came to the conclusion, you know what, this is wrong. I really kind of screwed that one up, so I have to fix this, right? So with that comes courage. And it did take courage, and it takes a lot of courage to even come to that realization that I can sit over here and say, because you messed this up, because you didn't do this, but you know what, why did I let go so easily? Why did I not listen? Why didn't I do this? Why did I do that? You see what I'm saying? Why did I have so much fear? Why didn't I stand up? Why didn't I take the courage and stand my ground? Something of this nature. So you got back into your courage, back into your knight in shining armor outfit, and said, no, I can't allow this to happen, because I will be to blame if they just wander away. So at first you could say, like, okay, for example, if they choose to leave and they want to be jerks about the situation in a love relationship, you could say, well, F you, right? Sorry. But seriously, we're going to get frustrated, right? Because there's going to be frustration, because with fear comes frustration. So you're going to get a little frustrated. With victim mentality comes frustration. You did this to yourself, you. And then you come to the conclusion, well, wait a minute, I can't blame you. Why didn't I fight? Right? So now you're saying no. So you've taught yourself a lot of things using your intuition, probably going into the underwater world that you go into, as we call it, that dreamy mode, to figure things out and say no, because if that doesn't happen, oh shit, I got to get intuitive over here. I have to fix it. I have to do something. I can't just say, then and I will leave. Leave then. That's the way you feel. Because then you're going to get back into that mentality of what are you doing? Right? Absolutely. And it definitely has something to do with kindred relationships. So through the patient planning of the situation of what is really going on, where you felt there was going to be a decrease of the situation, you've now increased the situation and said, fine, but it's going to have to screw up my status quo. So the patiently planning, you're going to kind of screw up the status quo, because you said, if this is just too comfortable, then that means that there's too much, there's not, you see what I'm saying? It's not going to work. There has to be some kind of getting a little bit more riled up into the situation. And so through the intuition and manifestation becomes the optimism. This is where you become optimistic, and this is where you're saying, no, I can't just blame this. No, it's me. It's me too, right? Takes two to tango. Why did I allow that? Why didn't I fix it? Why didn't I do this? Because then you can get into all these woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Oh crap! It's gonna hurt if I do so. So the fear is the loving woman losing this loving person, right? Just because your status quo wasn't exactly where you wanted it to be. Well, it was just too status quo. You know what I'm saying? It gets to the point where status quo becomes too comfortable. We get used to being together too long, so there's no maybe no real sexual desire. Maybe you're blaming them. Maybe they don't want to do this, they don't want to do that. Everything just becomes too comfortable, too day in, day out. Nobody's really trying anything because it's just so comfortable. So with the taking steps forward, you're going to hit a milestone, and you know that you hit the milestone. You hit the milestone enough right now in the relationship to say, okay, we're going to change the status quo. We're going to do something different, because I have to hold on, and you know you want to hold on to. Yeah, because before there was no discovery. And where there was no discovery, there is now discovery, because before all there was dark thoughts of what if, how. The personal assistance is yourself, Pisces. Maybe even a friend, if you were talking along with a friend in this situation. So you could say that it was me and my friend that came to this conclusion, me and a family member that came to this conclusion, me and a coworker. However, it's definitely you. It could be you and another person who are getting through this, really opening up that intuition, that optimism. On the other hand, it's just you and your higher self being a professional personal assistance to yourself. More than likely, it's probably somebody else that's in the situation that you've been talking to, but it doesn't have to be. It could just be having those dreams, trying to figure it out, trying to save the relationship from, becoming a disaster, from actually ending. You could have let go and then went and got them back. However it is, everybody's story is a little different. Travel. Because you did. You had to travel in a certain way, whether for most of you, it might be metaphoric. For others of you, you might have actually traveled to go get them back. I can't lose you. And remember, Pisces, if it's not you, it could be this person traveling to you. But I see a lot of underwater stuff, so I'm really feeling it's you. Unless you're dealing with another Pisces. So it's a metaphoric travel back to where my kindred relationship needs to be. Or a literal travel, I went and got you back from mom's house. However, friend's house, whatever, to your house. Courage brings in the new beginning because now you have the overall courage of the situation in the beginning of the month. The teacher is where you didn't use the angel guidance at first. You didn't, but yet you were still doing so, but not really realizing that what you're doing. Because a lot of times we use our intuition, we use ourself, but what you don't realize is that you're also, having the divine come through to help out in the situation. For some of you, it's keeping the family together for the great achievement. Some of you, you want to marry this person, so you can't let them go. Because I feel like I'm so connected to you, we have to be married, or maybe we're already married and I need to keep the family together. I can't let you go. If you've been married a long, long time or been together in a relationship, yes, your status quo gets kind of day in, day out. It's just so comfortable. We don't think about any other thing except for what we're doing. And then we kind of lose each other. We kind of lose the spark. We kind of lose what's going on because it's just work, kids, this, that, and we kind of lose what we had. And so now you're going to reconnect with this, having the divine come in, having the intuition popping in and saying, what am I doing? If I allow this to go, I cannot just blame you for this situation. Or vice versa. They're saying that to you, Pisces. I can't let Pisces go. Like I said, more than anything, I'm really picking up Piscean energy, so maybe you're dealing with another Pisces as well. Be Pisces with Pisces. Pisces with Pisces and Pisces again. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Too many readings back to back. So for a lot of you, this is a Pisces-Pisces relationship. Pisces-Scorpio relationship. 2 water signs for a majority of whoever this is. Not everybody. But yeah, it's saying that there needs to be more adventure. There needs to be more risk-taking. There needs to be, the status quo needs to be upside down. And you're knowing this. So you're offering this, this reconciliation, this proposal, this, this love. This renewal. Traveling towards them. Could be dealing with an Aries as well. Sagittarius, Aries. Saying, yes, well, I'm traveling toward you because I see. And the increase is, them also traveling towards you. Where they're hurt, you're hurt, we're all hurt. This whole reading is everybody is hurt. Everybody's hurt in this reading. Everybody's feeling the same way. No matter how you want to see it, the energy is definitely the same energy going on. They're hurt about the situation. They were trying to nurture the situation, or you were trying to nurture the situation. Someone was a little more nurturing in the situation. But I think that the nurturing was a give and take, but the status quo is just so day in, day out. It just ends up separation. So it could be one day I'm coming towards you as a loving person and then you do nothing, and then the next day you're coming towards me as a loving person and I'm doing nothing. Not paying attention. You have all the resources within yourself, but everything's as simple and hum-ho. Just hum-hoing. That's saying that there is just comfortableness. The true love of the situation, desire, all of that is kind of dissipated. Yeah, there it is, the dissipation. It doesn't have to mean it doesn't mean that it's so, it is in its own way kind of a separation, because the love is not as strong as it used to be. So you're going back to increase this love and to really fight for what you want. house is a little upset. It's a little, the romance is not as good. The bedroom might not be as good as it was. Yeah, kind of a loss of the bedroom, loss of sexual desire, or just, you know, not as passionate. And even if it's not sexual desire, it could just be loss of just normal, true passion. Let's just put it that way. For some, though, it is. It's definitely loss of sex. And for others, it's just the loss of, where did the real passion and the real love go? What happened throughout the time? Well, time is time. This is why, you know, they always have these words of, let's spice up the relationship. So that's exactly what's going to end up happening, is you're going to end up finding something to spice up the relationship, to change the status quo, make it more spicy. Yeah, because a lot of you have been together for years, and the spice is gone. Right? So with the travel, it's putting them up on a pedestal, but not on a bad pedestal. It's more of the pedestal of, I'm looking at you, I'm watching you. I want you to notice me. I don't want to feel like the third wheel within the situation. You go to work and then this and that. The kids get in the way or however. I want you to have this notice of me through the hard work and seeing what I'm doing as I'm traveling towards you, because I travel toward you because I want to show you I want to work harder for you. I don't want to be sad anymore. I don't want to fight. I don't want to have a victim mentality. I don't want you to have a victim mentality. I don't want no one to be sad. I just want to be happy. So with the new beginnings, it's really just you really finding this victory within yourself to go get what's yours. What is yours? And making them understand that you feel that they are yours. This is going to give you the authority and the control that they're looking for, or that you're looking for if they're coming to get you, right? Remember, if it needs to be turned, that's fine, but I'm just going to put it on you for now. Because there's a lot of prosperity and a lot of love. You know this, I know this, we all know this. Could be dealing with Sagittarius again. There's that fire sign. I got a lot of fire, water, and some earth going on. It's going to take on a huge transformation within the situation to get your family life and your love back to where it needs to be. It just needs to have a lot of clarity and understanding between the two of you to make things really turn back into magic. And that's really what you're doing. You're turning your relationship back to magic. And the magic that you're looking for is having that reconciliation to make a new world and really kind of close out the old kind of world in its own way, guys. Because the old world was this status quo of, it could be boring, it's not moving, it's not doing this, we don't have enough passion, we don't have that, we're not on the same page. Take it how it is. A lot of fear-based going on between the both of you of how well you're going to get along. And it's really changing and really turning to a new chapter, turning the page within your relationship to once again feel the magic, feel the renewal, and feel alive again within the situation, bringing back the romance, bringing back the action back into the relationship. So you do see this in a lot of ways. So, and you know, for a lot of you who are parents, you're going to really start really feeling it around Mother's Day, which will be tomorrow, right? Because you're going to see them kind of coming back towards you as they're having this kind of reconciliation, or you know, it's kind of crazy because I do feel like you're going to go after them, but they're going to kind of come and get me, because they're waiting for you. They're waiting for you. It's almost like they know you're going to come. It's kind of interesting. It's almost like you guys are doing the same thing. You guys are like kind of doubling the situation in thought. One's definitely, you guys are both definitely separated But when you get ready to go get them, well, that's what we're going to say, they're like waiting for you. Like they know you're coming. They may just know who you are. They just may know deep down inside they're not going to allow this to happen. Maybe that's why it is. Okay, my friends. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.